Hey y'all, my name is Allie Loader. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. Here are some pictures of me just so y'all can see what my face looks like. As far as my teaching experience goes, I have been teaching for 3 years now. I'm a seventh grade teacher. I teach math and language arts, and I've taught math and language arts all 3 of those years. So I'm certified in both areas in middle grades. I have always taught co-taught and gen ed classes, and it's just a mix of both. And I teach in Jackson County, Georgia. And if you don't know where that is just one county up from Clark County, which UGA is in, obviously. And then these are some of my teammates that I teach with on the ELA hallway. And I just included a little picture of them. As far as picture books go, since I'm a middle school teacher, I feel like I'm in just like the perfect balance of things because kids are still very, very receptive to picture books. And I hold the belief that every student, however old they are, they're always going to be receptive to picture books. But we use a lot of them in middle school just because they're a perfect mode to teach those harder skills like theme and character development and all of that stuff. So it's very accessible to them. And they get to feel like they're young again and they get to sit on the floor and read with us and all of that good stuff. So I grew up reading picture books. My mom read them to me, and I love using them in my own classroom. As far as my just go to picture books that I love, my favorite ones, I've included two of them. Obviously, I use a lot more than this, but these I just historically use every single year. And I'll start with the one on the right. This is the name jar. And I use this every single year. We teach the first unit of the year in our ELA class. We teach an identity unit, and we use that to teach all of the RL standards, so the literary standards. So those things like theme and character development and settings, impact on plot, and all of the literary standards. So this is actually like the first text that we read in this unit. And if you've never heard of it, it deals with a girl and she just immigrates to America and she has a complicated relationship with her name. And she struggles with whether she should change it or not. So we use this, it springboards into a really good discussion with the kids, not only about the standard, but more importantly about name pronunciation and the impact that our name has on our identity and all of that good stuff. So I love this one. And the other one is Ish by Peter Reynolds. And I love this one and I use it in my classroom for a lot of reasons. But number one is it was read to me in college by one of my middle grades professors. And he taught a lesson around that. And it just always kind of stuck with me. So I've used it in my classroom. I've used it as like a brain break for my kids when we need a reset. I've used it to teach theme because the message is very, very clear in this one. So I've used it in different ways, but I keep coming back to it just because I love it and it's a sweet little story. And then, as far as resources go, where I get my picture books from, I am big on following teachers on social media. I think that we learn best from each other, which is why I included that little quote over there. But if you haven't been on TikTok, teacher TikTok is a big thing, and there are tons and tons and tons of good resources on there. You can just search whatever you want to look up, and great videos will come up. Instagram is the same way. There are tons of teachers out there that are putting out content, and you can just look for your grade level. You can look for the content that you want, whatever. And then also just the teachers that I surround myself with, whether that's my friends, my roommates, my coworkers, anything like that. We can always learn from each other.